Hey guys, it's Sunderand here, and welcome to episode 6 of my Sunderland career mode playthrough. And in this video we do have 3 games. We have a home game against West Bromwich Albion, followed by a away match against Manchester City, and then finishing off with a home game against Everton. So going into the first game against West Bromwich Albion, they've had a pretty much average run of form lately, win or draw. So going into the game, it's sort of an average game. So yeah, in the 19th minute we do have a nice opportunity, but it is saved, and straight from the corner Larson whips the ball in, finds my pro, and luckily I'm not sure if the keeper put it in or if it hit off the defender and went in, but either way it is a goal to me, which is always sweet. So yeah, so in the first 20 minutes we are already a nice goal up. It was a beautiful corner in from Larson. So let's, yeah, I actually think it hit off the defender. Fair enough, I actually thought it hit off the goalkeeper. Oh well. Yeah, anyway, in the 37th minute, West Bromwich Albion have a nice opportunity, hitting the post, but it is successfully cleared by one of my defenders. But that is how the half would end, is a comfortable 1-0 lead at half-time. And then in the 56th minute, Adam Johnson replacing James McLean to add that little bit more pace onto the wings. And then in the 58th minute, we do go 2-0 up. The corner wasn't all that good, but then eventually Gamero putting the ball in the back of the net from sort of a sweet volley. So yeah, it's a pretty decent lead that we got going here. The corner wasn't really all that good. It was pretty much a mess inside the box, but luckily Gamero was there to apply the finish for 2-0. So going into the 61st minute, I do actually try my best to get a nice little cross in here, but nothing really coming from it. And then I think that was Johnson or Gardner, Gamero blew it. Let's just call everyone on the team. But yeah, he had a nice opportunity, but it's just high at the post. In the 75th minute here, a few opportunities, but eventually the ball does go wide. And then in the 76th minute, there is a substitution, Fletcher and Catmull coming on. And here I actually decided to not be greedy and actually pass it. But in all honesty, I probably should have shot there. But yeah, that was how that game would end. It's a comfortable 2-0 victory. And someone tell Larson that he's not needed, which isn't all that nice. But anyway. Also, I am going to be part of the next 2 England World Cup qualifiers or international friendlies or whatever the heck you want to call them. But yeah, so going into the game against Manchester City, this is going to be a really tough game. They've got quite a few people out through injury, and it took straight from the second minute for them to actually have a go. But Mignolet was well on point, and you couldn't really see what happened there, so I do apply the replay. So here we go. Mignolet pulls off a brilliant save, and the follow-up from the header is just wide of the post, so very unlucky. And then in the 7th minute, Manchester City once again back on the attack, hitting the post, which is very lucky for me. But eventually, in the 18th minute, I do get a shot, but even though I didn't shoot it. But anyway, that was just wide of the post. And from this, we do actually go 1-0 up. From quite a really good bit of play, actually. I was really excited when that went in. Just due to the fact that I was totally against the run of play Manchester City would humming hard it is. So when that went in, I was just laughing my head off. So so yeah, a nice little turn around the defender, and definitely the shot was well worth the goal. But yeah, going into the 36th minute, we do actually have one hell of a little breakaway. I think that was Gamero applying the overhead finish, and from here I really should have scored. But Joe Hart is one hell of an OP keeper. So once again in the 45th minute, I do get played through again. I try to chip the Joe Hart. I do, but unfortunately it hits the post. But yeah, we do actually have the lead at half-time, which is quite surprising considering the amount of pressure they actually applied to us. So in the 50th minute, once again I am through. This time I actually try to round Joe Hart, but his left hand was a little bit too stretched for my shot, and Adam Johnson does replace Larson, and Gazzetti replacing Aguero. And then another substitution, which is Lee Catmull coming on for Jack Colback. So going on to the 85th minute, nice opportunity there, and then the 90th minute, Manchester City have a free kick, they swing it in, Mignolet comes out to punch, and this is probably one of the best breakaways I've probably ever done on FIFA, career mode that is. So yeah, Gamero with a beautiful through ball to me, and this time I was not going to be greedy. I wanted all them 3 points, and from that breakaway I think pretty much any team would deserve it if you pull off a breakaway like that. So to be perfectly honest, that was probably one of the best goals I've probably, well, build-ups of goals that I've scored in the career mode. So probably is all of FIFA's. But yeah, Johnson does wrap up all 3 points from his former club. So yeah, and also just at the end of it, Manchester City do have an opportunity, but Mignolet, super keeper that he is, keeping it out. So yeah, 2-0 victory against Manchester City. That was really something special. And we do have quite a few people out with the international duty, which is it's good to see our players actually get some international duty. But the manager does praise me for outstanding performances, which is always good to hear. And then going into the final game against Everton, they do have 2 players out, and they've also lost 2 and drew 1 out of their last 3 games. But anyway, in the 35th minute we do go 1-0 up. My failed shot actually turns into Jack Colback's glory. So yeah, that was actually lolling me tits off, that goal. But yeah, what are you going to do? So yeah, my sort of failed finesse shot, that's a tongue twister, kind of just landed straight at Jack Colback's head and makes it 1-0 to us already. And then going into the 43rd minute, I do pull off a nice bit of skill to get past the defender there, but then again, I do get a penalty here. I'm not sure if it's for the initial advantage or if he did something after that, but yeah, so I do actually get a penalty, which is always sweet, and Larson does actually step up to take it and puts the ball past the keeper. Considering the keeper dived the right way, Larson was probably quite lucky to get that in. But what are we going to complain? That is the second goal for us, and it's not even half time, so we're doing pretty well. And also in the 45th minute, Larson with one more opportunity with a free kick, but this time the keeper does grab it. He fumbles it a bit, but does eventually keep hold of it. So yeah, going into the half time, it is 2-0 to us, which is always good. And then in the 47th minute, Everton have a nice opportunity, but for some strange reason, whoever that was, a front, I think it's Jelovic, it was atrocious. But anyway, Milo replacing Colback to add a little bit more midfield to our game, try and hold this 2-0 lead. And then going on to the 64th minute, Everton once again have a nice opportunity, but the shot was straight at Mignolet. And then I do get replaced for Connor Wickham, so when that happens I actually do control the whole team, which wasn't really all that good for me. Everton were pretty much pressing from then on in. So yeah. Also McLean does come on for Larson, but yeah, Everton were pretty much pressuring. If I was to play as the whole team here, I'd probably lose every game. But yeah, we do win that game 2-0, which is always sweet, and Danilo is enjoying his involvement. But yeah guys, this is the end of the video. If you have enjoyed it, please hit the like button, it helps me out a lot. Also subscribe as well, just so you don't miss out on any more content coming from me in the future. Also follow me on Twitter, there you'll find out when the next episode is uploaded and just general things I'm talking about. But yeah guys, until you catch me in the next video, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace!